But when you face everything, that's when life changes. That's when your mind changes. That's when your body even changes. And that's when you stop living to survive and you start living to live. Good morning, boys. We're here making our pre-workout meal. Y'all know, chili onion. Some creamy rice, Elevate chocolate cake. Just fucking spilled this shit. Creamy rice, 1 serving, some kiwi, and locked in. Gonna make some whey drip with this protein. Tastes pretty good, dark chocolate, raw. Whey drip. I did not try that whey drip shit for so long, but I tried it and I like it. 1 scoop. Do 1 scoop protein and like 25 grams of water. There it is. And we're gonna top cream of rice with it. Ooh, let's go. We got back, triceps, rear delt today. It's gonna be a good lift. I can feel it. Get this breakfast in, making cream of rice, eggs, protein, drip on the cream of rice. You guys should try that if you haven't. And then, yeah, let it digest, probably walk a little bit. Actually, I need to do some planning upstairs on my desk, but let's go. Shit was smelly it. These golden kiwis, bruh. I was not a fan of kiwis, but these golden ones are actually fucking good. They're like sweet but sour. They're not like bitter like normal kiwi, but kind of like citrusy. We're here, about to eat. Rich Piana. Bro, there was this dude that went to Crunch. The gym, that was my first gym, Crunch Fitness. A lot of memories there, bro. No, but there was this dude that went to Crunch that looked like Rich Piana, just like smaller. Like he had the hat, he had the tats, he had the hair, he had the fit, and I used to call him Poor Piana. It was so funny, but here, about to start eating. Man, you know, I was thinking about, this has been on my head, like how fearful I would be, you know, when it came to honestly everything in life. Just fear. I would lead with fear. Like that fight or flight, I would always flee mentally. And I'll go deeper into that. It's just something that I thought it was right. But I'm gonna eat this. Barely see y'all in the car on the way to the gym. And yeah. Alright, about to head to the gym. Putting on my buddy's brand, bro. This shirt is actually fire. It's heat, but let's head to the gym. Alright guys, in the car, like I brought up at the table earlier, I used to just lead with fear, and I was thinking about it, and I didn't realize how much this was ruining, you know, my opportunities, my relationships, my thought process, just everything around me. Because, the reason I led with fear was because, I used to be so alone. Things would happen to me, and over time it kind of made me pull back. And I was so used to being alone, and that was my safe space. Alone in my head, alone in the gym, alone with the weights. And I didn't realize until, life kind of pushed me into the position where I had to. After my breakup, it was pretty dark, but it taught me a lot, That adversity is what built my character today. But it just really showed me that you can't lead with fear. You can't, that fight or flight response will hit, and you can't choose the flight. What you need to do, what I needed to do, was be present and face it head on. Facing it head on is what teaches you everything, is what allows you to have a connection, what allows you to grow, and allows you to experience life fully. And I just, I'm glad I realized it now, or not now, but like months ago. And it didn't, leak, it didn't bleed farther into my future. But yeah, like, it's this unconscious reaction. It's your subconscious leading. And that's, your subconscious will most likely lead, because it's 95% of all your thought processes and all your reactions to everything and actions. And it's that 5% of your conscious that can control that. And it's really hard to bridge the gap between the conscious and the subconscious. But once I realized that, I had trained myself to crave loneliness, to crave being alone, I knew that I could also do the opposite and train myself to fight and to face everything and to stick around when things got hard and uncomfortable, instead of fleeing. And, when you choose the lonely path, you'll build a life where you're always alone. It's not because nobody wants you, but it's because you never let anybody in, and they'll never understand you fully, and they know that, and they can sense that. And that's the cost of leading with fear. You don't just miss out on opportunities and everything that, the love. You miss out on the love. You miss out on the growth and everything that makes life feel full and worth living. And it's kind of the same thing I see with so many guys in the gym, stuck in their fitness journey, because they avoid going to the gym because they're afraid to look weak. They avoid looking in the mirror because they're afraid of what they'll see. And they avoid being disciplined because they're afraid that they're gonna fail. Right? Failure is great. Failure is what teaches you. You can't overcome something without failing. It's just the way life is. And that's the exact mindset of, the fear of all these things that keeps your mind and body and your mindset the same. And the truth is that, like I said, if you train yourself to run, you can do the opposite and train yourself to stay and face what you're afraid of. To show up, even when it's uncomfortable. Even when your mind is afraid and you don't want to. Your subconscious doesn't want you to because of what's happened to you in the past. But when you face everything, that's when life changes. That's when your mind changes. That's when your body even changes. And that's when you stop living to survive and you start living to live. And if you're listening to this and you stuck around, and if this is you recognize yourself and what I'm saying, then please, if you feel it in your heart, then you can take the action required in order to change this part of you. Because living life that way is unsustainable. All right, let's hit some fucking back. You know my Pre-workout piss. Alright, next clip I'm gonna show you guys me pissing. No, I'm just playing. Alright. See y'all head in the lift. Alright, so when you do tricep extensions with your elbow close to your body and you just extend without moving your humerus or the shoulder joint, this is going to target your long head. Alright, now we're about to target some short and medial head of the tricep using a press. Feel your every heartbeat, feel you on these empty nights. You're the strength of my life. You're better than drugs. Your love is like wine. Feel you coming on so fast. Feel you coming to get me high. Addicted for life. Feel you coming on so fast. Feel you coming on to get me. Alright. Lat focus day. Did the sagittal plane, frontal plane. Just did some mid back to finish off. Started with rear delts. Pretty complete back day. Back tries, rear delts. The reason I do back with triceps instead of with biceps is because you indirectly hit your biceps when you do back. So if you do biceps while you're trying to hit back, it'll fatigue your biceps, and you're not going to be able to do your biceps as hard as if you were to do it with chest, since chest hardly indirectly hits your bicep. So that's why I do it with triceps instead of biceps. Oh man, fucking felt kind of tired today, but pushed my shit anyway. Doesn't matter if I'm tired. I'm gonna go as hard as I fucking can. All right, back day, try day, finish. Gonna go in the car. I think I already said enough earlier, but see y'all in the next video. Oh, damn, I'm fucking tired after that. Let me know. I got a hypertrophy split coming. Had a check-in with one of my clients today, or yesterday, and he told me he was down 8 pounds in 4 weeks working with me. And he was like, it's the lowest I've been in like 2 years. And that shit makes me feel good, you know? Because I really do this to help people, you know. I wish I had someone like me when I was skinny fat to, you know, guide me, but I had to learn it all by myself alone. But, you know, it's a good thing that there's people like me out there to help people, so you guys don't feel alone. But, alright, enough of that. See y'all on the next one. Lift done, car talk pretty much done. Man, ever since I've been able to stop leading with fear and consciously take the harder, more uncomfortable route, eventually it doesn't become uncomfortable. It becomes a lot more fulfilling because you drop that guard and everything feels easier, everything feels safe, you know, until something does happen. But then you don't have to take when something does happen as, oh, I should have had my guard up, I should have been fearful. No, you can't look at life that way, you know. You can't control all the outside forces, but you can control this. And that's the whole point of it all. But that's the lift. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, just go ahead and check out my Instagram. I do fitness coaching. I'm going to start doing mindset coaching as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.